cut it there.
Man, shit, how you living, man?
Dude, living the dream, honestly.
Good,
appreciate you coming out here.
Man,
of
excited
course.
to be here. Appreciate you having me.
You made my job a lot easier, just hitting me up out of nowhere. I've been marketing out and networking to people a lot, so.
No, bro, I love that, bro. I seen Trey and You's interview from Six Shooter.
Yeah.
And bro, this is like the first platform I feel like in New Bedford that I've seen. Well, actually, there's like another podcast I want to get on. It's the CTNT podcast.
Yeah.
Those are my boys too. But bro, besides you two, bro, like this is fire.
Yeah.
I love to see like especially someone young like me like doing this, bro. This is the beginning. It's gonna go crazy.
For sure. Yeah, no, I wanted to bring people that were from around here on first to kind of just like get the word out to the public that there's people who are really putting in an insane amount of work in their own crafts. And it's like also having just the conversation with someone, a like-minded individual, and it's just easier to just build something off of it with someone who's been around this area and knows what the scene is like. And,
bro, and I feel like the scene's hella slept on out here, bro. Like
for sure.
There's so many cool people, bro, doing their things like
Yeah.
in their own way too. Like everybody's so different out here. Like, bro, like even you with like the fighting, like you just had Trey on here with the clothes. Bro, there's so many people just going crazy in their own way. Like the Morrissey Boulevard band, you know them?
Yeah, I grew up with them.
Bro, fire. They're hard too. Like there's so many people though. Like not even just them. Like I think the city's looking good right now, man.
Definitely.
We're all young still too, so
yeah,
we got time.
I think I was talking about it with Trey when I was doing the first episode, and it was like there's definitely a scene out here that have a lot of talented people, whether it's music, video, clothing. There's a lot of people who are putting out a lot of good stuff, but the scene's very it's like you said, slept on, or just not enough light is put on the scene. Like whether it's filming, fighting, any of that.
And I feel like some people say like the city doesn't support. Like some people be like, "Yo, the city don't support." But I really feel like that, like the city shows love. Like I feel like if you put the work in and like people notice it, like we have a good foundation, like a good community around here.
For sure.
Like it's slept on. Like everybody talks about the bad stuff, but I really feel like, at least towards me and like the people that I see going hard, like people show love out here. As long as you're like true to what you do, I think all the good energy just gravitates towards you.
Yeah,
naturally, you know?
It's kind of like I don't know, like when I've started putting out like fight film and whatnot, I got some good feedback from kind of people not from around the area, because a lot of people that are fighting are traveling from over here.
Yeah, that's just how that goes.
And but as soon as I started putting out podcasts and stuff like that, all people from all over the city just sending me messages and showing love.
It's crazy.
So.
Like all you gotta do is start, bro. Like you just said, you were thinking about doing this for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Like I know it takes like the time. Like that's what costs the most is like the time, like the effort you put into it. But bro, if you would have started this 4 months ago when you first thought about it, imagine like how crazy you'd be going right now.
My main thing was just like doing it right. And so it was like the 4 months that I really spent thinking about it. It was like trying to get down the base guests that I want to have on, my niche that I want to spread here, and overall just like I didn't want to put something out where I just had 2 microphones that weren't even plugged in and we were just talking over a camera, because I've done something like that before, because I didn't know the game enough, so I wanted to put a lot into like learning the ropes of it and just figuring out how to do it. But we're not here honestly, for me.
That's not even like a long time though. I feel like, bro, like-minded people. Like there might be times I'll sit on like an idea for like a month, but I feel like as long as you execute, bro, like that's all that really matters. Like everything else will figure itself out. But this is lit, man. Just
got to give it a try, you know. So let's talk a little bit about just your music and where this kind of started for you.
Man, I think like. I feel like everybody got like that corny, like cliche story, but bro, like genuinely, like music always been a part of my life. Like my dad was like an artist, like when he was younger. It didn't work out, but he was always a DJ. Like as long as I could remember, like he was a DJ, like growing up, and like my mother always listened to like classic music. I grew up on like 90s music, early 2000s, bro. Literally until like I swear to God, till like 8th grade, all I knew was like 90s rap, bro. I didn't know like about like Drake. I knew, but I always thought it was like I never listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't know about any new artists. I only listened to like 90s rap, like Big Pun.
Yeah.
Like bro, people like that. So, bro, I used to always feel like I like different music than everybody else. Like when people were turning up to like the Fetty Wap era and shit. I love Fetty Wap. Like now as like someone that listens to everything, like I love all that type of shit. But during that era, I was listening to like Big L and like Jay-Z and shit like that. So like music always been like a deep part of my life, and I always been doing it. But to be honest, like you, like I always wanted to do it. It was in the back of my mind, but I had to get everything else in order first. Like when I did it, I wanted to do it the right way. Like be able to like, cause it's expensive, so you gotta be able to like maintain it, afford it, and like do it at good quality. Like everything you do, you want it to look good, and you want it to look like you put your real effort and time into it. So I only been dropping music for like 2 years officially, but since I can remember, I would post like rap videos on like Facebook and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes they would go crazy. Like I was like in middle school and shit. So like 100 likes back then felt like, oh my God. Bro.
Oh yeah. And right? It's like that's something that a lot of people don't put into perspective either, is like, and even me, like I'll put a video out and I'll be like, damn, only a couple thousand, like nothing crazy, or like, damn, only like 50 likes on this. Yeah. But then seeing like visualizing 50 to even 1,000 people just standing right in front of you, that's a lot of fucking people.
It's crazy.
It's
like, bro, you gotta, I feel like you gotta just be grateful. Like whether it's 1,000 likes, 500 likes, 50 likes, like those people are coming back and fucking with you every time you post. So like, do it for them, because eventually some other people will cling on and come back too. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like people get discouraged in the beginning, but man, if you stick things out, like it always will work out if your like energy's really there towards it.
Is that something that you would say you struggled with in the beginning of your like music career, just like not feeling like motivated and feeling a little bit discouraged about maybe the feedback or just the overall numbers that you were getting on your music?
I think that what's cool, what I thought always was cool about me was kind of like I built like a tiny community from those little rap videos I would post like in like middle school and high school. And like New Bedford God posted me a few times. Like looking back, like I want to take all that shit down, but like that was a part of my history, you know. So like from that, when I started to make music, like initially, like I had a good like good community of people that wanted to like listen to it and like would come back and share it. Like so, I never really had like well, even without all that though, I don't think I would be discouraged. Like I feel like I go crazy when I don't like make music. Like I feel like I like go insane. Like I start to feel like this is like, I really feel like this is my purpose. Like and it sounds wild, and like to the average person it's like, bro, like shut up, but like bro, I really feel like this is my purpose. Like I think about this shit, bro. I get depressed about this shit, I get happy about this shit. Like this is what like I really am passionate about. Like the same way like you're passionate about this and like what you want to do. Like bro, like I don't sleep about this shit. Like it feels crazy to like a lot of people, because like I don't know. I just see things like different.
No, yeah, that's like kind of a reason why I wanted to bring like people who have the mindset you have on here, is to express and take a deep dive into what it's really like having a mindset of doing your own thing or building your brand or your business. And one of the big struggles is mental health. You know, I've talked about it with other people who have been on this. It's starting something that you want to pursue and make it your lifetime, just either goal or your job. Like whether you work a job with what you're doing or you don't, I feel like one of the most difficult things is like you versus you. And when you're against yourself, that's when you don't put out your good stuff, and it just like shoots your own ideas down.
And I feel like that's what makes people like certain people, I feel like get stuck in them like ruts and like let it hold them for too long. Like a lot of people like get stuck in like the poor me, like I hate this, like nothing goes right, it's always something back to back. But like those people always have things going on back to back, because like all they focus on is the things that are going on. So like that's just their natural energy. So even if I get in a rut, like I'm really good at like getting out of that shit and like bro, you've done all this up to this point. Like there's been worse days, and there's gonna be worse days than that day. So
for sure.
Like as long as you keep going forward, bro, like life is really like a fucking simulation, bro. To me, like
just going out there, having fun,
like,
doing what you're doing.
If you put good energy out, you'll receive it back.
Absolutely.
If you keep thinking negatively and you keep feeling like maybe this will work or this might not work, like it'll never work. Like nothing will work.
That's something that I got caught up with throughout the first. I think this is coming into my third year with this specific brand, and my first year and even my second year was a lot of negative, like just thinking about myself. I never received, like, I haven't made it far enough to receive hate comments. I haven't received any. I've received criticism that was good and that I've built on from. Yeah. But like, even not experiencing any sort of hate, I've still found it hard to get myself out of those like ruts, like you said. And it drags down what you want to do, and it will stop you from putting stuff out.
Before you know it, a year goes by, you're like, damn, at this time last year, I was really thinking about doing this. And like, bro, like, I feel like the pain of like regret is way the worst feeling, bro. Like I feel like if I put all my eggs in one basket, and I don't think this will happen, but if I fail, at least I could be like, bro, fuck it. Like, I tried so hard, like, fuck it. Like, I can always like go like back to school or like go to like work in the union or some shit. Not to discredit those guys.
No, not at all.
Legends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, all my boys are blue collar guys. Like,
Same, literally.
I love that shit, bro. So, but I'm just saying, like, that shit's there. I'm young right now. I feel like this is my time to take a chance and my time to take a risk for what like I believe in. Like, some people like that's what they believe in, that's what they want to do, and that's beautiful. Like. But I think this is like what I'm put here for, you know. So yeah,
that's another hard thing to like look at when you're doing something like what you're doing. You're putting out music. It's your own style.
And you know, like even doing this, like sometimes you'll feel judged without being judged. Like you'll just feel judged. Like what you do, like what you make music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, you do that. But like nobody understands that. Like because there's so many people that it gets watered down. Like there's so many people that do everything that it's like watered down. Like people don't understand. Like some out of every 100,000 people that do certain thing, like maybe like a certain amount of them are like really dedicated and like really think about that shit this a different way. So it's like I don't know, man. Like my fault. I'll be rambling.
No, please. This is perfect. Yeah, it just it wasn't really a question, but just kind of just how this is all just the negativity. And how it's like tough to like because you'll see like someone working blue collar. Working in the union,
killing it, like,
making good ass money.
And I feel like that's the part. Like, it gets heavy. Like, I have the same friends since I was a kid.
Yep.
All my brothers love them to death. They're all doing their thing. They're doing good, you know. But I think that's like the beauty of life. Like, this is their time to go do like everything that they want to do. Like, this is their time to like experience the things that like. I've had my experiences before them. I've had my fair share of like good moments before them, and now this is their moments. You know what I'm saying? So I try to just be happy for all my people, and like I know that shit will come back. Like I said, it's about like good energy. Like I'm gonna be just as happy for you as I would be for myself, and I know that it'll come back to me. And like, I get caught up in my own negative in my own mind, but there's nothing that like I think that's where I'm good at. Like there's nothing that any like stranger could tell me because they don't know me like that could like discourage me like in my craft and what I do because they're not like with me, like they don't know me, like so I mean, bro, the negative shit sucks, but bro, if you just ignore that shit, bro, like ignore yourself, like when you have those doubts in your head, bro, like nah, fuck that, like you know what I'm saying, I'm here, I think about this stuff for a reason, like
feel you. That's a tough thing to really like stop, and it's always going to be there because like I feel like one thing that everyone's cursed with is some sort of anxiety, whether it's with something as small as just like work or just like I don't know, something you have to do later. But I think the anxiety that comes with pursuing your dreams outweighs a lot of the certain things that you really like think of. And it's just like that's like I'm anxious about everything that comes with this, like are the mics connected? Is the camera rolling? Is the audio sound good?
But bro, that's passion. Like, it's anxiety, but it's also because you care, you know?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Like, if you didn't care, then it would be like, fuck it, like, what's up?
And that's what stopped me from, like, quitting, because I've been laying face up, looking at the ceiling, just like, should I just go to work and come home and then just chill afterwards? Like, it'd be way easier.
Like, I promise you, like, you could, like, and you could live happily and do that, like, but it's just like, bro, I'm like I don't know, bro. I love the thrill of life. Like,
hell yeah.
Bro, I don't know how to explain it. Like, bro, I don't think that I can just, like, go to work, come home, and sit down and, like, wake up and go back to work and, like, get 2 weeks off for a vacation a year. Like, not saying that every day's a vacation because you work harder when you do it by yourself, you know, but I think that, man, I don't know, bro. I think that, like, I want to see what life really is. I don't want to just, like, live in, like, the hometown and like be at all the hometown bars the rest of my life, and like just like hanging out, like doing the same shit. Like that just does, bro. That makes me feel like I'd rather like be dead. It's weird. Like,
yeah, no,
I swear,
definitely.
Like, I want to see the whole world, and I feel like I can like make a real impact.
For sure. So. One thing I always say is like, when I'm, as depressing as it sounds, when I'm sitting there on my deathbed, I want to at least say that I gave it a crack. Word, like, man. I gave it a shot.
That's the biggest fear, because like, bro, like I said, I was telling you earlier, like off camera, like I wrestled in high school, and like, bro, like the way like wrestling ended for me, like, bro, that was probably like the first time in life I felt like, oh my God, like I was laying face down, like,
yeah, because
I worked really hard, like off season, like I did wrestling all year long, like went to camps, bro, like did so much things, like, and like senior year, like I came up short like of my goal, like by a long shot, and like the kids that like went to like New England, and like I beat like some of those kids, and bro, like that was like one of the first times in my life where it was like, fuck, bro, like this shit sucks. Like you can really think and picture something and manifest it, and it can't happen. Like that's like the risk you take when you're chasing something. Yeah. And it didn't happen, but like I think that's like a good thing, because like it's just like that shit's like blown in the wind now that I'm older. But bro, that shit taught me like I don't ever want to feel that way again. Like, I'll never, because I remember like there'd be days where like I wouldn't give my full effort towards something and stuff like that. So like I vowed to like, if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do it fully and like embrace it, you know?
Feel you. That's great. It's just, it keeps your mindset fresh. You're able to just like notice what your weaknesses are and just build off of them. And that's something that everyone who's pursuing some sort of dream should stick with. It's like, you're going to fail. And as cliche as it sounds, failure is part of the learning process. I've failed 100 times doing certain things, and I'm going to continue to fail. I pick up on things that I mess up all the time, and I'm going to make those mistakes again.
Bro, it just like that's the same with me. Like, bro, I'll make like 100 chop songs, bro, like ass, bro, like terrible, but trying to like expand my like sounds and stuff like that. So like, it's the same thing. Like, I'm gonna fuck up probably a million times more before I even get my like first real win, you know? Yeah. Before I even get my first real win that I'm like, yo, this is like what I really dreamt of. Like, I'm gonna fuck up so many more times, bro. Like, and that's what you just gotta embrace and like fucking roll with it. It's
part of the fun. It's like I've always said that. It's like when stuff doesn't go right, it's kind of part of the whole thing. It's like having mess ups or having something not go your way. Like, for example, for me, filming an entire episode, realizing that the audio is just not how I want it to be. The lighting's not good. Yeah, bro. Got to call them back, do a whole nother shoot. Although I'm like pissed off about it, it's like I already know that I'm not going to put out some shitty stuff just because I want it out. Yeah. And that's just like, what the mindset needs to be for anybody doing anything. It's like, if you're going to put something out, just
put your heart into that shit, bro. Like,
make it show that, because there's a bunch of people who are going to work 10 times harder than you and put out that good piece.
Of course, bro. There's some people working like, bro, there's people like, I could always go harder. Like, that's one thing that this year, like, I want to work on the most. Like, that's like my number one goal, like, this year. Like, there's people like posting like 3 times a day on TikTok, like going hard, bro, like really hard, like taking that time out of their life to do that shit. Yeah. So like, I think that's like my one of my main goals this year, to get active on all platforms. Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same thing. I mean, I need to be more consistent putting out stuff, and that's just the goal. Just keep on networking, throwing out stuff, having people on, having people to talk to, and just consistency is key. Everyone knows that. It's just, you can put out one thing that's a banger, and then people are gonna forget about you a week later. Keep going, man. No, that's a fact. I try. That's another big thing. Like, don't get caught up in like little moments. Like, because like you said, like your brother like had like a viral TikTok. Like, moments like that, like if you like get caught up in them, like they come and go, bro. And, like,
just like that. You
gotta stay locked in. So.
Attention span is very short nowadays, especially if we're talking just social media. You have someone who's going to watch a video for 2 seconds if it doesn't catch them in that first 2 seconds. No, bro. So it's just crazy. Trust me, bro. I know. It's all part of just like learning and putting it together. But let's talk a little bit about your music. And, you know, we got your original story. You've always had a love for music. Yeah, man. Where was your moment where you were like, this is what I want to do? I'm definitely sticking with this, and where that consistency is, because I've been watching your music videos, you're keeping track of your posts and everything like that for the last couple of weeks, and you're consistent and you have all of like the stuff you're putting out is it's different. It's different from anything I've seen, because specifically where we're from, the music is all kind of in one niche. Not knocking anybody for what they do.
Yeah, no, I'm already knowing exactly. So, I mean, bro, like I'm like a fan of like music, you know. Like, I have no like niche, bro. Like I make any kind of song, bro. Like I'm like a weird spirit, bro. Like how I'm at, like however I feel is like the music you're gonna hear from me in that moment. So you might hear some like super slow shit. You might hear some like dancey shit. But like I'm like a really like in tune person with like I feel like my feelings and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. Like I never been like the type of person like shy away from like rapping about certain things or singing about certain things, because like that's the way I feel. Like I make music. I think like I feel like I make music like for like females, like to like vibe to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the homies too, like my guys. But I feel like if it sounds good, might sound crazy to me, but if it sounds good to like a female audience, I think that like a guy's audience will naturally attract to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that like that's why you might say it sounds different, because like I think like I love like ladies. I love making like music for like clubs and like shit like that. But I also love to make like very like my deep rooted music. My original music was always like a deep like soul music, like music that you're gonna listen to like and like think really deep about. So like I have a lot of different sides of me, but bro, I keep blabbing though. What was the question?
So it's just like where did it come into your head that it was just like force, right? Like full force, exactly.
Yeah, bro, my attention span is cooked sometimes.
It's all good.
But when I first realized it, I remember the exact moment. Like I was driving for like my friends would always tell me to do it. They would always be like, Siah, because like we would like hang out. Like I would always rap all the time. Like I said, I always made music like my whole life, but never like took it serious or like invested money into it and like tried to go full force. Cause like I knew when I did, I would always want to like go and like, and I honestly put it to the back of my mind. Oh, sorry,
Don't worry
put it
about
to the back of my mind for like a minute, and one day I was just driving, and I was like, damn, like this is probably the only thing in my life that I ever felt like came natural to me. Like I felt that I was good at. Like I was never like the tallest kid, the fastest kid. I was never like a skinny kid. You know what I'm saying? Like a jack kid. I was just like a regular kid. You know what I'm saying? And this was the only thing that I always felt like made me different. Like I always felt like I thought different. Like I could put things together differently. Like, and I think that I had a good taste for it, and I think I was good. And a lot of people supported my initial decision, so that made me like more confident, you know?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
right when I started making music, within like 2 months, I dropped, you know, a music video and a song. And then that whole first year, I dropped like a video every month.
Okay.
So then, and then last year was my second year, and I think I dropped a video every month, if not every like 2 months, you know? But I just wanted to like make sure I went full force. And like once I locked in with my boy Isaac though, like once he started shooting like most of my music videos, like man, I got so much more into it to like see like he makes it so cinematic and like, like a masterpiece for real. So
he's incredible at what he does. Man, it's like it's unlike anything anyone's doing.
Bro, he's a dog, bro. That's my dog. Shout out Isaac, man. But bro, every time we click up, bro, we make a fucking movie. Like I swear to God, like. So I'm going out there next month, so hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that shit comes out crazy. But yeah, man, I think that like once I decided, it was about 2 years ago, like February 2 years ago, so literally 2 years ago now. I just locked in, went to the studio. Next day I recorded my first song. I didn't like drop those few songs. Like I recorded for like, I think like a month or two, like made mad. So I was there like every single day. Like my first year I was probably in the studio like every day. Okay. Even now I'm there like 4 or 5 days out of the week, but my first year I remember just being there every day, like learning how to like use my voice. Like I used to have like, when I first started making music, I only knew how to like rap, you know, try to like rap. So, but sometimes I feel like that wasn't like my sound. So I'm still experimenting now though, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
But
yeah, I feel like you found a good, like just based on what I've watched and listened to, is you found kind of your voice and your style.
Same thing too,
It's like when I was listening to it, I was like, this is on some like Mac Miller shit, but just like less like talking. Yeah, I feel like he kind of flowed.
More like melodic, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, and it was like, and that was another thing. It was just different on what I listened to, because I've listened to it. I was really in tune with like New Bedford's music, because anything anyone was dropping, I was just like it was usually hype, you know, get you going, just like something you could dance to, something you could bump in the whip.
Yeah, and like another thing is like, bro, like some people live different lifestyles. You know?
Yeah.
So like my lifestyle might not be the same lifestyle as like that like really aggressive rap music.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't ever portray it. You know, I'm like a smooth, like laid back kind of guy. I'm not like some like killer. I'm not like some like, you know what I'm saying. None of that stuff. Like I got like, you know what I'm saying. I got friends from everywhere. I show everybody love, and it's always been love on my end. And people know that. Like I went to 8 different elementary schools, bro. So like,
really,
I moved like every year, bro. I never went to the same school twice. So I met so many people along the way, and bro, yeah, I don't know. I think that like a lot of the music sometimes like you're saying like comes from like with that energy.
Oh yeah.
But that's just because like people just got like different lives. So like music is always to me like an expression of like what you're living through and going through day to day, and like I try to keep that in my music a lot. So if you like listen, like I always tell you like please listen to like what I'm saying in the music. Like,
yeah.
Like please listen to the words I'm saying, because everything means something, you know. At least in my music, I think substance is like hella important.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was something that I realized. It was like a lot of it, you know, it's a bigger drill scene out here. Yeah. That's like the main thing. I think
it's changing now though. I swear, like I feel like as of lately it's been changing. Like I think that was the whole wave around America.
Yeah.
Like, drill like around America. But I think that like everybody's starting to like change and find their own new vibes and shit like that.
Well, people like for example, like I don't know if you're familiar with Comethazine, the rapper.
I'm not.
He was big, like a little bit on during like SoundCloud when that shit was popping, and he was like real, like just like if you listen to his music, it's just like, all right, he's just a straight killer. Word, like that's all he's on about. He's on about just shooting and all this type of stuff. And now a couple years, he like I don't want to say he fell off. I lose interest in certain stuff, and then I don't know what the hell they do.
You just fall out of place with
but he's recently coming up as like someone who's putting out like almost like on some jazz shit.
Fire.
So he jumped from something that was much different.
That's what I'm saying. It's all energy, bro. Like literally, like bro, I like, you know, you probably don't even know who this is, but like I like Montel Fish.
Yeah.
I love like music like that,
hell
bro.
Yeah.
Like. But I also, you know what I'm saying, I love rap music too. Like rap music is my first love. I always, you know what I'm saying, I'm always in tune with that. Like Drake,
for sure.
Park Next Door, like, I mean that's like R&B, but all that type of shit, like I'm in tune like basically with everything. But my soul really loves that like Montel Fish kind of music. Like I like, bro, like shit, I like everything, bro. It's weird, like. Whenever I feel like in that moment, I've actually been turning up to that new Drake album though. You like it or not?
I only listened to a little bit of it. I'm honestly not the biggest Drake guy.
A lot of people not.
I
fuck with Drake though.
It's
bro.
weird. It's because I do like his music, but for me, I'm not a guy that'll sit down and listen to a whole album and then give my thoughts on it. Like I'm late on everything.
Word.
Like you know,
what is your favorite kind of music? Like
dead ass. Like I don't know specifically what I would call it, but like one of my favorite artists is Bruno Mars.
Hard.
Because he flows between. He did a 70s album.
That's different, bro.
Yeah.
I don't hear that too much.
He
bro.
He does like just like he always flips around. Like he just dropped a song with Lady Gaga. It was like
he did that Sexy Red song too.
Yeah, exactly. And so he just like, for me, he's like one of my like all time like favorites.
He's a dog.
I'm not even saying he's like top 3, and I mean I would put him in my like top 5.
Nah,
just
bro.
he
Bruno
flows.
Mars is a dog, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and he's been
Catch a Grenade, bro. I was singing that shit.
That too. It's like he's been consistent since I was a kid. Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Nice.
And so that's always been like something I've always liked to bump to, because for me it's like when a song is good to me, it's like it like makes me happy. Like if I'm like putting on a song, like I'm listening to shit from like years ago. I'm not hip to like all the newest stuff coming out. Like when someone like Drake, for example, drops a brand new album, I'm not jumping on that right away. It's because I already have some of his old shit that I'm bumping, and that's like I'm already set with it.
Shit,
yeah, but like
I feel that.
For the most part, like I was big on rap for like 2020 through like 2022. Like especially when the drill scene was popping, and like
that shit was fire, bro.
Yeah,
for me. There's some bangers, bro.
No, definitely. I was huge on like the New York drill scene. Like they were just dropping, regardless of where they were from. They were dropping just like, and I can't relate to none of that shit. Yeah. I'm true to self of who I am. I can't relate to it at all. But it's bars. It's a good beat. I love beats. Like that's where like music hits for me. If it's fire like lyrics and shit like that, and a fire flow. cool. But if it's got a weak beat, I'm not gonna get into it because I need to like feel the music. Yeah. So that's why Bruno is like probably one of my like go-to guys. But like, yeah, I'll listen to Drake here and there. I've been getting into rock a lot. I was very like full, like all I listened to in the years I was saying was like just straight up like drill, rap. I didn't expand out into no R&B or anything like that. This is my first
year of like expanding, bro. Like, bro, I only ever listen to rap, bro. This year I've been listening to like I said, like Montel Fish, bro, like Zach Bryan.
Yep.
I've been listening to like a bunch of like random, like not random, they're giant artists, but like, I've been listening to like a bunch of stuff that's like out of my normal taste, and like I think that's like expanded my mind. Like when I make music now too, like I like the way things sound.
Yeah.
That's why I try to never like box myself into like one thing. Like this kid makes this kind of music, you know.
For sure. Yeah, I've been like another thing I've been jumping into is a lot of like local artists and like,
bro, we got some nasty local artists, bro.
And they're expanding, like you said, they're expanding like different things. I don't know if you're aware, there's a kid 508 Kenji.
I'm not.
He does like punk rock kind of stuff.
That's fire,
but like sort of rapping at the same time. It's like, I don't know, it's like some like on some like villain shit.
Sick,
but he's a young kid. I think he just graduated high school like last year.
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
man.
He's like, shout out Kenji. Definitely gonna have him on sometime. He's very talented, and it's like I've heard a lot of music come from like New Bedford and around here, but like for just like with you, it was just a totally different scene. Like he didn't sound like anybody else.
No, that's what's fire. Like, bro, it's kind of weird. Like there's like 7 billion people, and like, bro, everybody can make like a different feeling in a song. If you made a song right now, like you can make me feel something that I probably couldn't make the next person.
Yeah,
it's weird, bro. Like
just personality based stuff.
Bro, just personality based, for real.
Music's always been like I feel like I always had a headphone in, just regardless of what I was doing, listening to some music. And like I'm just not a music oriented person. Like,
bro, you give me like Mac Miller vibes though, bro. Like you give me like laid back,
like,
chill vibes.
That's all I want it to be. Especially with this, like having people on. I don't want it to feel like some sort of corporate thing or like I got a whole team watching everything you say, and so it's just like
chill, man.
So it just like feel comfortable. Like just want to spread the love, you know.
That's love, bro. We gonna go crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Just always having just a good time too. That's what I want to really express. Like people like enjoying like what I put out, having good vibes.
What's your plans like with this for like where do you see yourself in like 6 months?
6 months from now. So one of my main goals is that like I've always been someone to like do something, and once I see that it plateaus, I'm not really huge on keeping up with it. But like one of my main goals is like 6 months from now is having like upwards of like 100 episodes out.
Hell yeah.
Like I want to plan this whole year.
If you do that shit, bro, I promise you would not go wrong, bro.
Nah, for sure.
There's no way you'll do it wrong. One of those videos will do well, and like, bro, if you think about it, all those videos combined will do crazy. Your channel will inevitably have like 20, 30, 40,000 organic views.
Yeah.
If you do 100 videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, bro, like there's no way, you know what I'm saying? So, man, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Do not slack. Like, do you have like guests coming up, like planned?
Yeah, so I'm booked out until like end of March right now.
Hard.
My goal is to by like within the next 2-3 months is to be booked out all the way until next January. I just want to have everything set up. Obviously, like between like going to work and stuff like that, it's a little bit harder to get people in, but just like having as many people come in as I want. Because the main thing is like, I don't want to feel too stressed out about doing this. I want to have it be something that because everything I've always said about just trying stuff out, like I've tried out doing a clothing brand. I've tried out doing all this different stuff. It's like, I want to like it. I want to like be able to sit down in this chair.
Do what you like to do.
Yeah,
you know
that's all it really has always stemmed down to for me. It's like I want to really be like not only passionate, but I don't want it to feel like a job at all.
And you feel like this is like what your passion, like do you feel like that in your heart? Like
yeah, for sure. It's like I've always loved to, and I know this is like pretty just normal, but like I've always loved talking to people and just like having good conversations with people, but it's really hard to find like a good time to like me, like for example, for me and you, I feel like the only way I could have met up with you in any other time was if I was like to pop out to one of your music videos, bro, through contact with somebody.
It's random as fuck, bro. I never seen you or met you in my life, bro. But now we're talking like like we know each other. So that's what's fire too. Like this, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the city really needs this platform. Like you can be like a really big voice, bro, and if you really like dip your hands in like a bunch of different things, like stay with the local fight scenes, bro. Stay with the artists. Stay with like up and coming brands. Like, brother, like you can like really be a big voice, and this shit can really go crazy. Yeah,
I just want to build that community style. Like I want this to be a like a safe space for someone to come on and talk about what they want to talk about. They don't have to like be someone who they're not. They can just tell their story, be honest about how they're feeling. Like, because the main thing, like I was talking about before, is like mental health. Like, whether you're posting, you got nice ass cars, you know, got your ladies around you and stuff like that, there's still stuff weighing you down as a person.
Every person, bro.
Yeah.
Like, social media, bro, is like a fake thing, bro, that like ruin like society, bro.
Yes, literally.
I swear to God, like, bro, like you can get lost in social media, bro, and start tripping, bro, like on everything you're doing. Like it'll make all the things that you feel like you're doing good feel like you're not. Yeah. And like, bro, that's just like the system, bro. It's like the fucking Matrix. Like you're supposed to feel that way when you go on those platforms, bro. Because they don't want you to feel like you can never be anything bigger. That's how I feel, but bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like comparison will kill you, bro. Like
that's a really huge problem.
It really will, bro. Comparison's a problem for every single person, even if you don't want it to be. Like unintentionally, like you might like just feel low one day, bro. Go on social media, bro. See someone 3 years younger than you, bro, in a Lamborghini,
taking off,
So, but like that shit's fake, though. I mean, even if it's not fake, like, bro, that's not you. That's not your life. That's not your reality, bro. So like, don't trip on that. Like, kudos to them, brother. Like, if you keep going, like, it'll come to you. Yeah. But I think that, like, social media makes you feel like what he has you want, but it's not really what you want. Because if you had that, would you even really give a fuck about it?
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't. You would just if you took everything away, everything that you love away, and I gave you that, is that what you really want?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
You would much rather be chilling in your apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Yeah, bro. Comparison. It's always like you don't see the cons behind things. You only see the pros, like on social media.
Yeah, definitely. This is it's just like I've talked about it on both episodes I've done so far, was that you'll see something that maybe someone's doing the exact same, like someone else has a podcast. Maybe they're not as big as like a Joe Rogan or like a, you know, just like a sports podcast, something like that. But they're pulling better numbers than you, and you don't feel like they should be. It's just because that's like, it's their own thing. And like, like I've been and as has everybody, but I've been a person who's tried to compare myself to people or what someone's putting out, and then I try to snap myself out of it instantly because
bro, because
want it to be the own thing. Like,
hell yeah, bro. Like that's one thing. Like they're going crazy, they're doing their thing. Like, however you feel is like, it's more so like you should channel that energy towards like, I'm about to go crazy now. Like that, like that's the type of stuff that like, if I see someone that I think, there's like a lot of times I feel like, but I think that's just like my creative thing where like I feel like I think I could be better than like this art. I think like I personally think like when the time is right, like a lot of people will come to me. Like they might love this artist, but I think they'll also find room in their heart to love me. Yeah. So like the same people that like that podcast might like be winning their hearts over right now, when you do the right thing at the right time and you keep it consistent, they might tap into you on Monday and him on Tuesday. You know. Exactly. So there's always room, bro. There's always room. So.
But that's just like stuff. That's like part of the thing I was talking about, how I don't want to worry about. It's just like coming in here and doing my thing.
Let it come.
And just like, you know? For me right now with like all this, it's like not really worried about the numbers. Because I'm just like, for me, it's like I'm blessed to just have this platform in general. It's like, I don't have 1 million people watching. But like this, just in general, this conversation means so much more to me than getting 1 million views or something like that. Man. Because I feel like this is one of the only ways that I can tap into people's minds who have the same mindset as me, but maybe not doing the exact same thing as me. And it's like I'll learn something new. Like I'm learning something new about you, but I'm also learning something new about mindset.
That's a fact.
And so like, just little things I'm taking from. So
hell yeah, bro. And this shit's cool, bro, because you get to like I feel like Like, what year did you graduate?
2021.
Oh, okay. I graduated 2020. You went to Vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to New River High, but bro, yeah, man, this is random as fuck, bro. Like I saw, like I said, I saw when you did Trey's.
Yeah.
I hit you up, bro, because like, man, is this like what is this episode
3? 3. Yep.
Bro, by episode 100, do you know how different it's gonna be?
Oh my god, but it's gonna be night and day.
Bro, like I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like by episode 100, bro, you might have like a little sign right here. Yeah, it just might be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is crazy because like this is fire. Like you're laying the bricks down right now.
Yeah,
dude, thank you so much for fucking having me too. By the way, I know I probably already said that, but this is lit, bro. I'm glad to be like one of the first people.
Yeah, no, that I was like I said, I was hyped. I was like. It makes it so much easier when I have people contact me because I know that it's gonna be a good episode. Yeah. Like I don't have to flow with the conversation. Right. I don't have to make it sound like an interview. We can just talk we both of us have the same sort of mindset on this grinding thing and just like trying to put ourselves ahead of just living a kind of normal life. And like for me, like. Yeah, I'm not in like a high-rise mansion or have a nice-ass studio, but this is like where I'm happy.
I'm not gonna lie, to me, this is more raw and more cool than all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that shit'll come. Bro, all that shit'll come, bro.
Definitely.
This is homie as hell, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is organic. This is fire.
Yeah, another part is like, it's my crib.
Hell yeah.
So like, I'm comfortable here. I don't feel like I'm stressed out about fucking stuff up, but this is just like, it's dope. And it's always good to have someone who has a similar mindset to talk to. Because that was my main goal with having people on, just having conversation. I don't meet enough people nowadays. I'm not in high school no more. I don't go to college. Only people I'm seeing is people I go to work with or people I'm working with doing my stuff. So
do you have like TikTok and shit like that?
Nah, I only run off of Instagram. I kind of fell off of like TikTok and stuff.
Bro, like I was gonna say, bro, you should like clip this type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
You can make like 20 clips from one interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 20 clips from each interview. You got 60 posts already, and like you don't even notice it, but like people want to hear this shit. It might sound like I don't want to clip that right there.
Yeah.
It'll come out fire, like, and bro, yeah. I mean, that's just what I would say. Like, you should definitely clip these shits.
For sure.
Like, the way you do it is like, I feel like the conversation we have is like hella clip worthy, like all 3 interviews, like because you do it like kind of different, like you don't do like an intro, like you just get straight to talk.
Yeah it's like because so, like, I don't want it to be like like a video, like I want it to just be a conversation. And
I think that's fire because by the time the cameras are rolling, like a lot of times like once it's already talking, like you get people in right now,
right away.
So yeah, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, my thing with TikTok was just like, it seems as an app in general, it's where people are blowing up with, and it's like it took over social media. It's like it just like rised above these certain ones, but it's like inconsistent in my opinion. Not putting anything against TikTok or saying they have a shitty platform. But,
excuse me, my fault. It's hella inconsistent, but I feel like this is just me. Like, bro, like everybody can have their own opinion.
Yeah,
it's hella inconsistent, but like I think I had like one video get like 200K on TikTok one time.
Yeah.
And then, like, bro, now I'll get, like, 1,300 sometimes. Like, it's, like, inconsistent, but that's still, like, where the masses are, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And
that's the fastest way, I feel like, to build, like, a little bit of a fan base. Like, because especially, like, in the podcast, there's people that don't even do a real podcast.
Yeah.
They just talk and make a clip out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, people think that's a real podcast, and they got, like, a TikTok famous podcast.
Yeah.
And it's really just 2 boys, like, talking.
Yeah, literally, they're not
the camera on purpose.
Not even doing it. They just have a topic. I've noticed that. I was like, I've seen certain podcasts through like Instagram, and then I went to go click on their links, and I was like, well, where's the full vid at?
Yeah, bro, it's just clips. No, but that's a fact, bro. And I feel like you kind of seen like a TikTok like blow up over on some dumb shit. So like, bro, I don't know. I feel like you should definitely get on there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should. I think anybody would tell you to too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good platform, bro. Like even if you hate that shit, like I think I hate that shit too. But I feel like you should, cause I'll just help you like stay motivated. Like this week I might not have a guest, but I posted every day a clip from my TikTok. You know.
It was just like I think between it like getting banned, even though that was a single day.
Yeah, like
it was just like I don't know. I feel like a lot of times with. I'm just comparing it to Instagram. I really like Instagram,
I love Instagram
because it's more community based rather than like I don't want to have my podcast clips be on somebody's page that they're just like looking for like brain rot shit and just like stupid stuff that is just gonna pass time for them. I want someone to like look at it, watch the clip, see what I'm putting out, and then maybe just go over to my page and then check out the rest of them. And like for TikTok, for me, it's just like I just see people scrolling through it like mad fast, like only fit, and it like that's not.
But I feel like, bro, I feel like it's like 100%. You're right, bro. Like in the real world, you're right. 100%. Yeah. But like, I feel like in the era we live in, you gotta kind of put that shit in there.
Yeah,
even if they're watching it, like they don't care about it. Like, you know how many videos that me and you probably watch all the time that like we don't give a fuck about. But like in the moment it catches us for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Like
it could be one part of like a conversation you have with someone that like blows up insane. You didn't even realize it because you just bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
But one thing I feel like about humans is like we're all relatable, and like with a podcast, like podcast I feel like is the most relatable content because it's just like two people talking. Like
yeah, for sure.
Like two people talking like anywhere in the world. If I was talking to anybody else, we could be feeling the same thing and talking the same thing. So that's why I feel like people relate to it.
Yeah.
But that's just me as your bro, like saying, bro, I think you should for sure.
Yeah, I definitely will get into doing it. Another thing for me was just like I feel like TikTok really, once they got their certain set of creators, they're just gonna push them up because you see like the ads and stuff. You see like the OG people from like 2020, they're doing some like I don't know, like Foot Locker commercial or something like that. So I feel like they kind of like already have their bunch picked out. And I'm not saying like people
There's
can't.
some new funny ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, do you know Tony Stavoci?
Yeah, he is like.
Bro, he's funny.
He's like one of the only people that because I haven't even had the app TikTok for like 2 years.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
So like he was one of the only people when I watched TikTok and I followed him onto Instagram, just actual original content.
Fire,
like
bro,
he's not stealing and he's not putting like he's putting a lot of work into it, but his certain videos that he's just putting out quick like 15-20 second videos, it's just funny easy stuff
and it's shit you wouldn't
funny
even think
as
about,
fuck
bro, yeah.
And it's always relatable too. It's
bro.
always something that you're like holy shit, I forgot about that,
bro. Is like to be relatable. Like I feel like that's like the secret to anything. Like, if people can feel like they can be your friend like without that shit, then they'll gravitate towards you. Like, yeah, bro. I feel like he's a legend, bro. And there's mad other motherfuckers too. Yeah,
there's a lot of people putting out funny ass shit, whether it's just comedy based stuff and.
Bro, I be seeing like people like waking up. Like, you ever seen those like clipping like TikToks like a day in the life of like a TikTok clipper? Bro, like they just wake up, do that dumbass shit, bro, and just like that shit's crazy, bro. But it's wild because like that's what's some people's reality, like making so much money from like clipping shit.
And sometimes not even their own stuff.
Not even their
it's
own
like
shit.
They're just networking someone else's content.
Type me a horror story in AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get like behind that shit. I don't know. Word. Maybe it's just like because.
Nah, me neither. I can't but like it's just wild how like some people just like make a living out of that shit. Yeah, it's insane though. I respect it though.
Yeah, it's still a hustle. Like definitely, like they're still putting in just as much time as anyone else is. But I just like I do respect that too because. I won't want to watch a whole video sometimes, and then someone just drops a clip for something,
clip. Yeah, exactly.
and so like I appreciate that, and that's like stuff that it needs to be on the internet. That's like part of like if we're talking like an internet from like comparing it to like an animal ecosystem, they're there in the middle, just taken from the top, expressing out to the people who are watching at the bottom, and so. But yeah, like for me, it's just like, nah, if I'm gonna put out content, it's gonna be something that's from me. Yeah,
that's good too, because that's real.
So for sure.
That's hella important too, because there's not a lot of people. I mean, there is, but like those people matter just as much as the other people.
Yeah.
I think the same way. If I'm gonna do it, like I want it to be the best I could have done in that moment.
Yeah. So with your like media and like the stuff you put out, because you're very active on your socials, have you like struggled like because I'm just like I'm meeting you for the first time here. Do you work like obviously you work with people for music videos and like people in the studio, but are you mainly just like solo doing your stuff?
Yeah, no, I do everything by myself. Like every single thing is like self-funded. Like my ideas, my music, like every single thing is by myself. But I have like a lot of cool ass people I met along the way, like my boy Isaac. Bridges, he got like a studio in New Bedford.
Yep.
And then like my boys at Do Over Don't. There's like a studio like in Norwood.
Okay.
Fire. Like those are all my boys over there. So and like my boy Ben from New York, he's like a producer.
Okay.
Ben, that's amazing, and like Quad Studios in New York. So like, I'm saying a bunch of random places, but these are like the cool people I've been able to like meet along the way that like I can call to help me. Like one of my like best friends, just Siah Ramos. He said he knows you.
Yeah, I grew up with him.
Yeah, he told me he knows you. I was gonna have him come through with me. But he's in school and shit. But he said he knows you and stuff. And what's it called? Like he like looks out and helps me. Like me and him talk all day because you know Isaac lives in LA. So like while I'm out here, like me and Josiah get to work. Like and I've been doing that shit all by myself. Like just guessing as I'm going. Yeah. But I feel like I always kind of like been decent at social media. Yeah. So it hasn't been like too hard, but. Obviously, like this another level you can take shit to. So this year I'm trying to make everything more like cinematic, more like I want to submerge people into like the song. So like if I post like something, I want you to like feel like you just have like an experience. So that's like my number one goal to like post more, but give people like a more raw side on TikTok, but like on my like other platforms, be more like cinematic, like more of an experience.
Would you be interested in doing like because like one of the big parts of like building yourself is like a personal brand, like obviously you have your music and whatnot, but like a clothing line, like no, as in like who you are, like as like because there's your music and that's what you put out, like that's what everyone picks up on your vibe from, that's what everyone sees you as. But like the BTS shit, like you going out to a shoot, like doing like kind of showing like
the real side of
it, the real side of it. I
want to do that shit way more. Like I feel like everybody that knows me in real life and like hangs out with me, bro, like when like they know that like my music is really me. Like the music I make is a reflection just of me. Like when you hang around me enough and then like you listen to my music, you'll understand like I'm true to everything I say. Like
for sure.
I think that's important. And I think that like with fuck dude, I forgot what I was saying, bro.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
No bullshit. Nah, with the music, it's always good to be true to yourself, and I think that on social media, I always sometimes I don't show that side of things. Like I don't show like the behind the scenes things, and that's like the most important things because like bro, like nobody sees that type of shit, bro. Like every artist that's an artist or everybody that's like grinding will understand that shit. Like nobody sees like 3 a.m. flights, like landing out of town, staying out of town, a bunch of people, just your hometown homies, and like you're in the middle of a random place.
For sure.
Like, those are the best memories, bro. And like I've been blessed because you know my boy Josiah now he's always got the camera rolling. Like we always got a bunch of shit coming. Like we're filming our documentary now for 20 years down the line.
Sweet.
To fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Because I really think that, bro, we're delusional as fuck with this shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, but we got a bunch of like footage, bro, from these trips, man. I have some of the wildest memories, and that's one thing I need to do more this year, especially like on TikTok, is like give more people like the raw side. Like this type of vibe is like a raw vibe that people want to see. Like I want to do more things like that on TikTok, and like on Instagram I want to like when I drop content, I want to roll out like a tape in April.
Okay.
Called like End of the Party, and I want you to feel like the party's ending like from the beginning to the end.
Gotcha.
And I want it to feel fire like the whole way through, and like that's just me being like
that's
creative.
Sick. That's not anything I ever heard before. Like that, and I'm not into the music industry at all, but like that basic idea is like something that's insane. I wouldn't even think about that. Just like flowing right through it with the songs and like,
bro, like I wanted to feel like I was talking about this with my boy. Like, I want you to feel like in the beginning, like you walk into the party.
Hell yeah.
The middle is like slowing down. By the end, it's like super like end of the party vibes, like driving home vibes.
Hell yeah, that's unique as fuck.
Bro. So that's just like, bro. I really think that this is gonna be like a great year for everybody that's going hard, bro. I think like, the stars are aligning for like our city now, and I think that if we all like stay locked in, like things will go crazy.
Yeah, sticking together too is like a
matters,
big
bro.
thing.
Like you said, ecosystem, bro. This is a part of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Bro. Now that you're here, you can be like a staple in this shit, bro. You
Hell
know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is only my second podcast I ever did. My boys at Do Over Don't had me on, and it went crazy. But this was my only second one I ever did. And, bro, you gotta like. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Go full steam, bro.
Hell yeah.
Make Instagram shorts, YouTube shorts, TikTok, bro. Just do that shit.
Definitely.
If you download, like, there's like some AI thing that if you just put your video in there, it'll make every clip.
Already on it. Trust me. Bro. Yeah, that's the shit.
So that's the type of shit, bro. Just fucking post it. Don't even look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm trying to tell you, man. This is gonna be a big part in like the local scene.
Hell yeah. Well, I was pumped to hear from you.
My dog.
Had an incredible episode.
Bro,
let me tell you.
Man. Appreciate you.
Just easy to work with. You flowed perfectly. I'm excited to see what you put out.
Hell yeah.
I heard about you in the previous years of you putting out your first couple tapes and whatnot, and you just keep on growing. So I'm excited to see what comes from that. And we'll work together. Have you come through.
We're gonna lock in, man.
Definitely. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man.
We'll take care of some stuff. And thanks everyone for listening.
Hey, thank you guys.
You want to plug anything? Any songs, social media, show dates?
My Instagram is just Siah, like as if you were saying Siah.
I'll throw it up in the description and whatnot. People can check it out.
And then on all platforms, it's just The Real Siah on Apple Music and Spotify everything else. So, thank you all for listening.
Yes,
and
sir.
Cheers to the rest of the year.
Appreciate it, man.